What's up, I like scary? I hope you guys are having an awesome day. I'm having an awesome day. It feels great to be a horror fan. So you guys, today we're going to talk about some more details on the novelization of Halloween Ends. Yes, I was able to read a little bit more, and the more I read this, man, the more I love this book. If you haven't, I cannot stress it enough, definitely get the novelization for Halloween Ends. In my opinion, it just makes you see a lot of things different, and it just shows different angles and what this movie could have been with other stuff inserted, and it just makes you, wish that they kind of would have put some more of the book in the movie. Now, today I'm going to kind of talk about these two characters, these characters that has been brought to us in the book. Now, one of them was in Halloween 2018, and I think this would have been so fucking good to have in the movie. So her name is Kim. Now, if you guys don't know, Kim was actually the chick that when Allison and Cameron was dressed as Bonnie and Clyde, they were at the party, and she came across that chick that had the like tiger onesie type of outfit on, and she caught him kissing her. Now, we get more details on Kim, and I don't want to kind of flush everything out and just read everything immediately, but so basically, to tell you guys what's going on, I'm kind of skimmed through it. Halloween night of 2019, basically Kim hated Allison. She hated that Allison, had these cool things about her, and she was nice looking, and she was just cool and laid back. So Kim actually wanted to have Cameron back. So it was one of those things. In the movie, they kind of made it seem like it was like, okay, they were both, drunk or something. But no, she kind of planted that, almost like, in the book it's saying, like, she's saying stuff like, I want you back and everything. Making a long story short, she kind of shows in the book that she forced herself on Cameron. Now, make a long story short, she leaves. They kind of plays out how I did in the movie. And Kim, she's walking home, and this guy comes up. His name is Ryan, and he's like in a band and in school. He's basically one of those, guys that are kind of like bad boys, because it says in the book that Kim has this thing for bad boys. He pulls up on her like, hey, she looks at his car and everything, like, you know what, I'll ride with you. They're riding around and everything, and they kind of come across, if you've been following, me touching up on this book, they come across the garbage man body, Ozzy. And she's like, they're thinking at first, Ryan thinks that it's Michael. He thinks that it's Michael, and they kind of touch and see who it is, and they turn around and guess who's right there. And it's leading to a scene that I would have died to have in this movie. A fucking Halloween fucking chase scene with Michael Myers. So Ryan turns around, it's the Shape basically, and the Shape looks at them or whatever, and they're like, they leave. And make a long story short, from my understanding, they kind of like go into this building. They go into this building, and this building, from the sounds of it, sounds like it's like a warehouse. It has like hooks on the ceiling and everything, and it's fucking crazy. So they're hiding, and Michael is he's like fucking chasing them or whatever, and they're like in a room. It seems like they're in a room, like, from the sounds of them. See if I can find a good passage that I can give you guys a good, all right. So it says, Ryan gave Kim the look. It was time to move. Ryan took some deep breaths to gather enough confidence to peek out. He tried to swallow, but he had no spit in his mouth. He squeezed Kim's hand and moved through the doorway. So they're like, it shows you like what type of moment they're in. They're very scared. And make a long story short, it's a chase scene, and Michael actually kills Ryan. Obviously, he kind of, they're hiding together, but he kills Ryan, and Kim gets away. Kim's running, and she's like, it's saying that, she's running, and she's using like, because she's a cheerleader. They're saying that she's a cheerleader in the book, and she's using her abilities as a cheerleader to keep her going. She's like saying, keep going, you're a winner. She's like that scared. So let's see if I can find another good passage. And it's like these hooks that's from the rail system that's on the ceiling, and she actually gets one to protect herself while Michael is in her. And it's even a scene, not a scene, but it's even a passage in this book where they kind of describes, when she sees Michael. It's like they say basically that she's like just hiding, and out the dark, and she sees a face appear out, and the moonlight like hits it out the window, which would have been crazy. And she's running, or whatever. To, you know, make a long story short, here's another passage. It says the blood dripped off Kim's shoe and fell into Michael's shoulder. He looked up and Kim jumped, came down on Michael with the brass letter holder, surprising him with the words, "Do it now." Kim nailed Michael in the face. She slammed the brass weapon into his head repeatedly and did not stop until blood surfaced through the blackened char of his awful face of the mask. Michael fell to his knee, dazed by Kim's aggression. When Kim swung her weapon once more, he raised his knife and sliced her forearm open, and kind of progresses and says that he ends up getting this steel pipe that she actually obtains while she's like running. She's running, trying to wave cars down, and he puts it through her body. He kills her basically, and it says basically in another one, it says that Kim's breath escaped her lungs in a smoke. She rushed and everything and tried to rush him, and he killed her. So you know how it is when Michael's usually the same thing. Someone tries to rush him, he kills him. But he killed her, and from the sounds of it, he was chasing fucking Ryan and Kim through Haddonfield. Like literally like a chase scene picture, and the music kicks up. You got this Michael walking through the darkness, and they go into like, it's almost sound like the way they describe it is like it's dark as like shit on the ceiling, hanging like hooks from the rail system, and they're like in this dark room, and they're like sweating, and they're just like terrified. They don't know like what's going on. They just know that Michael's after them and everything. And like, you know, the book saying that he killed Ryan and he killed Kim. So these are two characters I probably would have liked to see in Halloween Ends. Unfortunately, they just, you know, made it to the book. But we already seen Kim in Halloween 2018, and I think we would have liked to see her death. So that's something that actually did not make the film. It's just in the book. But I love this scene right here where it says both of them collapsed next to each other. Kim looked at his mask, face watching, and when she moved to get away, he did not let her. She tried to crawl. Michael held her leg. He removed a steel bar from his arm and drove it in through Kim's spine, and he listened to the music it created as she took her last breath, which is fucking crazy. It sounds fucking brutal. So that's crazy, man. So that could have been a potential scene, a chase scene that we could have got from fucking Halloween Ends, but it only made it to the book. And something else I kind of want to touch on is what, you know, Laurie went through after the night of Halloween 78. It kind of touches on it in the book a lot, and it was kind of like crazy just hearing this now. To kind of, you know, just brush through it, basically. So after the situation of Michael, Laurie, and Loomis, Laurie's mom actually put her out. From my understanding, Laurie's mom actually put her out and had her go stay with her aunt. And I want to say it says basically like a year later that, yeah, a year later, her daddy died. He died while showing a property. You remember in 78, he was like, don't forget to drop the key off at the old Myers house. So Laurie's dad actually died. And she's, you know, she's been affected by it. And they touched on it in 2018, but they didn't say too much about this. And it also says that, you know, her and Loomis actually kept in touch after that. And that was something I always, you know, thought about, like, wonder if they ever kept in touch. But yes, Laurie and Loomis kept in touch, and they kind of exchanged how they felt about the situation. And Laurie was saying basically how, you know, Michael kind of took control over her life after, you know, he killed Annie, Paul, and everybody on a 78 night. And Loomis admitted that it kind of took a toll on him too, and kind of brought some darkness to his life. To be exact, Loomis, it says that Dr. Loomis admitted that Michael had killed a part of him as well. Before he come to know evil, Dr. Loomis had been a successful psychiatrist, and had been countless people that the medical community had basically depended on. And then he met Michael, and all that changed. So that's fucking crazy, because he kind of, you know, obviously, remember when Hawkins said, it's not about you, Laurie. It's never been about you. He just, you know, he kind of took over people's lives. And it basically says that they used to meet up like in a lot of times and just talk. And she said this, and she also said, I met him in a parking lot of a Kmart between Smith's Grove and Haddonfield. Loomis kept his coat on despite the heat, making him look more uncomfortable. Though I'm not. If I ever saw Dr. Loomis comfortable, the people in the parking lot avoided him. It was different than the way he avoided me. it says moms would clasp onto their children's arm and pull them away. Basically, you know, saying like, you know, Loomis was like some type of monster. They just was just trying to, you know, make sure each other was okay and keep, you know, each other updated after the situation happened. So that is, you know, crazy. Imagine we kind of would have got like a flashback of that. You know, they obviously could have did that because we had Tom Jones Jr. and he was, you know, basically fucking Dr. Loomis and in Halloween Kills, the flashback. So imagine if we got that flashback of Laurie and Loomis, you know, just I don't know how they could have possibly did Laurie, but you know they can do it, you know, it's cinema. Yeah, that would have been fucking crazy if they could have pulled that off. Just picture them like them in that Kmart parking lot, and they're just talking about the situations. You get that shot of Loomis. That would have been crazy. So comment down below if you guys would have loved to see the Kim and Ryan chase scene with Michael. I would have loved to see their deaths and everything because it sounds so detailed in the book. And I would have loved to see that kill what he did on Kim with that steel pipe. And also, would you guys would like to see like possibly that flashback, just, you know, Laurie, you know, staying in touch with Loomis and everything. And you know, that's crazy to know that her parents died. Her mom kind of kicked her out after everything that happened. You know, it almost sounds like her mom kind of did it, you know, just because she survived and everything, and it was like, you know, might as well just leave. I don't want you to go through that again type of thing. Or I can't, you know, explain what it was about for real, but I just know that she kicked her out to go stay with her aunt. So comment down below if you guys would like to see this in Halloween Ends. But unfortunately, this is the end of the video. Comment down below if you guys want me to continue talking about the novel of Halloween Ends, which I fucking love reading. But yes, unfortunately, it's the end of the video. Don't forget to hit me on my social media. I like Scary on Instagram, I like Scary 77 on TikTok, Brandon on Facebook, and I like Scary on Twitter. And don't forget, you guys can become a member of the channel by clicking join next and subscribe. And also join Patreon to get exclusive content and benefits. Check out the official I Like Scary merch store. And yeah, you guys, watch some horror movies. Stay scary out there. I love you all. Peace.